All right, folks, we're going to get started with tonight's presentation. Please continue to join me and the drinks and cupcakes as usual well. So, we're going to start things off with our new cross-country coach this year. She did a wonderful job. Tell me that the first-year coach at the military academy, coming from several years of public school service as a cross-country coach, and it couldn't have been any luckier to find any better candidate. She was a wonderful coach, teacher, and did a great job having a very good relationship with the young men. So, without further ado, Ms. Katrina Dukes.
All right, first of all, this is my least favorite part of coaching, so bear with me. But I was told we have to make it quick, so I'm good with that. First of all, cross country is running, just that, running. And running is not an easy sport. I bet if you ask anyone in this room that running is one of their least favorite things to do, but all athletes do it. So it's an important part of our sports, and so it's good to have everybody do it. Over the season, we had over 16 different kids out running at different parts of the season, and of those 16, we had 8 meets, and of those 8 meets, I had four of the cadets finish over half of the meets, and so I'll have Chandler. I don't know if they're all here, but Chandler, Christina, can you come up, please? I don't know if they're all here. Chandler was probably he was our most valuable runner. He competed in most of the races. I think he only missed one due to a sickness, so he was our most valuable runner this year. All right, so the next kiddos that I have are kids that did not only cross country but did Raiders as well, and a privilege to have them out there because they are hardworking kids. So the next runner that I have that I'm talking about is our most intense runner. We usually run boys and girls separate races, but there is a storm coming in Centralia, and he was told that girls were going to be out there, and so he was like, man, no girls going to beat me, and so he went out a little hard and ended up getting beat by both girls. Thomas Huckins is our most intense. This kid, I'm apologizing now because all of us Mr. Nolan will get that taken care of for us later. This kiddo ran over half the races. He is a hard worker. He ran every race with a smile on his face, and so we actually had him out there for our full practices, and he said we made him do some PS workout. He was running harder than he was comfortable with, not having a smile on his face, and he's like, that's a little harder. And so this is a runner that always has a friendly face on when he's running, and this is Chandler Blanchard. And my last runner that I have is a kid who, again, started as Raiders, but committed to run cross country as well. And this kid started out running 20-25 or something like, or 33. His improvement was like over 10 minutes from the beginning, the first race that he ran to the last race he ran. And so this is our most improved runner, and I'm looking forward to having him out there next year, is Nicholas Gonzalez. Yeah. And so that was the 4 runners that I had that earned varsity letters this year. Again, running is something that takes hard work, dedication, commitment. So it's something that you have to. It's not something that you can just roll out of bed and go do. It's something you have to. You put the time and effort into it. So hopefully you have some more kids out there and make a whole team and make great improvements.
guys who know me, played for me, know that I absolutely hate wearing a tie, so we're done with this. First of all, congratulations to the soccer team, Coach Collins, for winning the district championship. I always hate talking these days because, or saying thank you, not because I'm not humble, not because I'm not appreciative, but because I'm always fair when I miss somebody. But I always make sure, excuse me, when I write down my thank yous, the very first person I always say thank you to, or she will be, is my wife. It is not easy being a coach's wife. Your husband's gone all the time. Late nights, especially with a 2-year-old, almost a 3-year-old. Kind of taking care of the house, long away games, things like that. And then you get to listen every Friday night about how much of an idiot your husband is. And with a smile on your face. But my wife Amanda does a great job in the house, taking care of it. I can ask for a better partner. And really, she's kind of the head coach of our house. And really, the coach of our home.
Amen.
Coach House, that's what the boys call her, at every game, Colonel's football #1 fan. She's 2 cupcakes in, so it's going to be a fantastic night on Women's Night. My fellow assistant coach, Coach Lamerson, he's been with me since day 1. All this started with the dream in the YMCA one day. Like, Coach, what do you think about coaching football? I don't know. 3 years later, he's sitting there with his wife and his son Casey, couldn't do without him. Coach Allen, weird spot for him. We're up the hill, down the hill. We were up the hill, he was in charge. We were down the hill, I was in charge. But it was fantastic having your administrator always there to ask questions, policies. It was a good deal. Coach McHarren helped us out a little bit. Captain Ballman, appreciate both those guys. I thank the administration, as well as all the teachers and other faculty and staff at the school. Couldn't do without it. It's a total program. We try to support what you do up here, and thank you for your support down there. We did not know how we wanted to. We had set some goals we did not meet on the field. However, we did not miss a single game to grades. And that's for me the most important thing. You're here to be student first and get your education. A single snap missed due to an eligible for grades. That's fantastic. We talk about this a lot. Bad things happen in life. There's not a single person in this room where something bad is not happening. And if so, you're very fortunate. Bad things happen. How do you respond to it? The one hope we got out of our season, guys, is that tough times don't last, and tough people do. Just keep getting done. Keep fighting forward. Now, Coach Lance is going to come up real quick and help me with the letters. We've got some awards to give out. But before we start the awards, if you are a football player that is not a senior, I need you for 5 minutes after the banquet. Or if you're not turning your equipment in yet, I need you for 5 minutes after the banquet. Coach is going to call the names out. I'll make your certificate, shake your hand, and then we've got a couple of awards to give out.
Cross Mallory. Jackson Linville. Clark Bucher. Waivers Gibbons. Ray. Juan Fernandez. Peter Clinton. Caleb Bell. Will Baker. Lane Jewell. Sanchez. Pedro Garduno. Aiden Garcia. Noah Cunningham. Jacob Lurie. Pablo Gardino. Jaden Roby. William Lockwood. Devontae Knight. Cameron Schaefer. Andre Williams.
We have two more letters to give out. The first one of the rarities here. He's a 3-year letterman here. One of my goals this winter is to kind of go through the archives and come up with a record board for the football program, so all the big stats. Top of my head, the first guy we're going to honor is going to finish in the top 10 with a career rushing total of 961 rushing yards. 3-year player, Matt Thibodeau. He's the last person to go through from the 6th grade program all the way up. 38 possible games. played all 38 possible games. 35 starts. And first team all district. Offensive lineman 2 years in a row. Thunder Charles. We've got one of the support staff like we talked about. We've got 2 managers who, in my 3 years as head coach here, 3 prior as assistant before that. I've never had the help that I had this year. So if Cole Miracle and Nathan Nasty Nate Lyons come up. One of the things I love most about MMA is the tradition. There's a tradition of awards that we give here. Before we get into the school ones, I do want to go ahead and announce the all-district picks. State of Missouri actually sent this email yesterday, so these are unofficial. They will be official on December 8th at the state convention. So we will honor you now with you can just stand up and we'll applaud. Your certificates will come from the state after convention. So don't tell your folks, tell your brothers here obviously, but don't tweet about it, don't Snapchat it, because it's not official yet. But as we said earlier, first team offense, second year in a row, Scott Hino. Second team offense, running back, Matt Thibodeau. First team punter, Jake Ward. And the last overall district picks, second team defensive end, Jake Roby. Now, to learn the school awards. We've got certificates for you here, and your name will be forever remembered in the gym on plaque. The first award for Best New Boy goes to Will Baker. Offensive MVP. First lineman ever to receive the award, Scott Hino.
It's particularly touching to a lot of us. Alex Ebersol last year played for us, and he did everything we could ever ask anybody to do. He moved positions constantly, repeatedly, and was an essential team player. So, for the first ever Alexander Ebersol Memorial Selfless Service Award, go to Shama J. Cleary. Now it's time for Mrs. Nell and her horseback awards, but I'm not Mrs. Nell, I'm Mr. Nell, so I will give this for her as she's home with her daughter who's not in the room. The equestrian program is a program for those of you that don't know. It involves more than just simply learning to ride a horse. It involves horsemanship, learning how to take care of the horse's needs. It's besides just feeding it and making sure its hooves are trimmed and has good service. It's about learning how to ride. It's about learning how to trust your horse like a horse trusts you. And this year she has several who completed the program for horseback for the fall semester. The first one is Grayson Dumas. Evan Dawson. Ruhan Shawiri. Jonathan Ray. Ao Chen Wu. Ethan Perez. Liam Holland. This next letterman has been in the horseback program for some time and pretty special in my life. He is her cadet leader, assistant horseback director. He's created all the different titles for himself. But we want to recognize Gary Scardi. Out of doors. He's been begging for one. Congratulations. The horseback program also includes middle school cadets, and the three letter earners for middle school this first season are Adam Pennington, Giles, and Duarte Yarte Zertuch. She has she felt like they've really come along this first fall of the season and really improved and building that trust with the horse that we got to Edmund Dawson. To be a horseback rider, it's almost like being a real tough cowboy, because not only do you have to weather the elements of snow on the ground, ice sometimes, rain, to try to control a 1,500-pound animal. And the award for the toughest horseback rider, very great selection, Al Wu. The last horseback award for the evening goes to the best overall rider that combines all the tools that they've learned over the fall semester, as well as the tools learned last year. We've been with her for a couple of years now, and takes an awful lot of this young man. Her assistant horseback director, Gary Starr. That's it from horseback, and I'd like to introduce Sergeant John Bill to talk Raiders.
All right, good evening. Okay, to me the Raiders had an awesome season this year. We got to go to 4 of the 6 events that were scheduled this year. Usually we're going to miss 1 or 2 because of the requirements that happens here at MMA, like Fall Family Weekend, you know, a lot of those other things that are really special here at this school. So we try to have all the kids here for that. So we missed a couple, but that's okay, because how the time changed this year, we got to go to 2 events that we normally don't get to go to. So it's kind of nice. And of course, the very first one we went to, after only training for a few weeks, we got a 2nd place trophy. So we're very proud of them for that, for the small amount of time that we actually trained. Okay. Also this year, which was a monumental year for us, so all of you that went, it's a pretty big deal. This is the first year that we went to Raider Nationals. Okay, so. Hopefully we're going to keep that up in the future, go every year. This was our first year of trying it out, see how it was. Just so that you guys know, you know, just like going to the Super Bowl for NFL, that's kind of like what this was. We had 85 teams at Raider Nationals. In the there's an all-male team, a mixed team, which is male and female team. Then there's also an all-female team. Obviously, we competed in the all-male team, right? Okay, all right. So there was 31 teams that we that competed in that. We got 20th out of 31, which I was kind of impressed. I was worried that we were going to be on the lower half, but you know they did a very good job. So, but also because this was our first year, we didn't have any idea what the events were going to be like. We could guess and we could train, but we really didn't know. So I have a good game plan for next year, how we're really going to train up for Raider Nationals. Plus, it's going to help us with all the Raider events that we do next year. So I think we're going to have a very strong team next year with the training that we're going to do. Unfortunately, with the team that I have this year, I'm going to lose a lot of them. I have 12 of 17 team members that are seniors. So I'm going to be starting fresh next year. So those of you that are coming back, you're going to be my backbone. Okay, so we got to get them right away. Okay, so there is a, for the awards, when a Raider letters in Raider, they get the M. They also get 3 ribbons, which is the Raider ribbon, varsity ribbon, and orienteering, which is because we do map stuff, so we get that award. Another special award that the 12 that went to Raider Nationals this year, they're also going to get a special Raider Nationals medal, so they're going to get that today too. So the first 3 I want to come up is Cadet Bullington, Guo, and Mao. Those will be my Those will be my 3-year letter. They've lettered in Raiders for 3 years in a row. This is their 2nd year in lettering with the Raiders, which that would be Cadet Song and Schweber. Okay, then the next cadets I'm going to call up, I'll just call your name. You guys lettered for the first time in Raiders this year, so hats off to you for your first year lettering in Raiders. First one I want to come up is Cadet Goop. Now I will say there's a couple of cadets here that this is their first time lettering, but they may have been on the team last year, they just didn't go to enough meets to pay for it. Next cadet is Cadet Huckins. Well, I will tell you guys, he keeps telling me he's going to be the team captain next year. Next cadet, Cadet Puerta.
Let's go,
Okay, another senior leaving, that this is his first year, Raiders, Cadet Mansfield. Okay, next one. There's also first year here at Denver Bay, but he's a senior, but he's leaving. Cadet Johnson. I'm going to say a little bit about him. He came into the team, you know, the brand new guys. Like, we'll see how he does. But he ended up being almost our number 2 runner. Okay, so he came up and he was doing strong. I wish I could have had him for another year or 2. Alright, last one to letter for this year is Cadet Flava. Mention they didn't letter this year Raiders, but they were on the team, so I'm just going to say their names so that they get mentioned. They were in fact on the team. Okay, Cadet Bollinger. Got him. Cadet Gonzalez N. Cadet Macon. Cadet Stevens. Cadet Lee. And Cadet Bobby. All right, thank you.
All right, folks, this time I'd like to introduce Coach William Collins to talk about the soccer team.
Good evening. Mr. Hardy told me I need to get this over with quickly, so I'm going to run through it as quick as I can. First of all, soccer guys, very good season. We started off a little bit consistent, but towards the end of the year, we went on a 7-game winning streak and ended up winning the district title, which is great. Before I talk a little bit more about you guys, I would like to just recognize the people that make that happen. The maintenance guys that cut the field and line the field and do all the behind-the-scenes work that you never see. The food staff in the mess hall who make your meals and make sure we're ready to go. Dr. Nolan, without all his work on game day and all the people that help make him and us successful, game days would never happen. So 11 may be on the field at one time, but there's so many of you working behind the scenes, and we're very appreciative of that. So I just want to make sure we thank those guys. So the season ended 15-8 with a district title, which is a lot of wins, but I want to highlight a couple in particular. The first one was actually a loss. We lost in Hannibal in PKs, but I think that game turned our season around. We played against some tough opponents that night, and we really came together, and that was the turning point for our season. The second one was senior night here at home, the 2-1 win versus Battle. It's a game I'll never forget, and I hope the seniors will never forget either. And all the guys that rushed the field after was an exciting experience. And the last one then is obviously the district title win. We went in and we showed how good we were by beating Moberly 7-0. So that was a huge win for us. And I think we can go even further next year. Something a coach told me years ago is leave a program in a better place than it was when you arrived. 2016, MMA soccer was 8-9. 2017 was 12-9, and this past year 15-8. So you guys, especially the seniors, have really left the program in a better place than when you picked it up. So a challenge to all you new boys is to beat 15-8 next year and try and go even further. So congratulations to all you guys. We will start going through all the awards. So we'll give out all the lettermans, and then I'll talk again at the very end to give out our school awards. So Dr. Nolan will call you guys up. You come up and shake my hand.
The first varsity letterman is Bruno Posani. Sergio Costello. I would apologize if I start mispronouncing names. Don't hurt me too bad. Zeph Collins. Patricio Yauber. is spelled correctly. It looks odd to me if it isn't making a certificate. Gabriel Blasco. Alejandro Dillon. Darion Evans. Henry Griffin. Griffin Henry. Sorry, Griffin. Rodrigo Velasco. Sebastian Chavez. Tugs Belongerol. Calagoon Inkbayar. Miguel de la Mora. Oscar Lopez. Mauricio Trevino. Robert Abbott. Tanu Krigdor. Juan Dos Braga. Zachary Guerra. I love saying this name. Kitty Kazura. That's just a fun thing to say, really. Gage Allison.
Similar to football, our district awards aren't in, but I would like to honour the guys that made the district team. We had 4 from our soccer team that made first team all district, and we had 2 that had honourable mention. So if I call your name, just please stand up for a second. So first team all district, Joe Sosa. First team all district, Rodrigo Velasco. First team all district, Gabriel Velasco. And last but not least, the most efficient man on the soccer team, first team all district, Sergio Costello. The soccer team also had 2 honourable mentions, and truthfully I think both of them should have been all district selections also. One of them is in his position about 6 weeks, maybe more. Goalkeeper Bruno Pisani. And the second player that an honourable mention for the district, we moved from midfielder to defender halfway through the season, and it made a big change for us, Zachary Guerra. And lastly, we've got some school awards to give out. The first one was a very, very difficult one to decide. The first school award is the Goal of the Year award. It was very, very difficult, and I couldn't even decide to do it, so what I did is I picked the top 5, and I sent out a survey and let the players decide themselves. The winner after the survey for Goal of the Season, Rodrigo Velasco. The second award, Most Improved Player. Again, an award that would have been, could have been given to many different players. But for his contribution to the team and helping us, especially defensively, Most Improved Player, Zach Guerra. Our second last award, Comer of the Year, to the new boy who's had the best season, and there again could have been many guys to pick up this award. Newcomer of the Year, Rodrigo Velasco. And the last award of the night for soccer. Most Valuable Player, and an award on a team that again is very, very difficult to pick, but I think this one player led every single game with his effort and his work rate and his ability. But first and foremost, his work rate was second to none. I think he covered every blade of grass on every field we played on. Most Valuable Player for the soccer team this year, Gabriel Velasco. That's it for me, guys. Thank you.
Coming in tonight, folks, and in closing, I'd like to thank all the parents for coming, driving many hours away from Mooresville, from Illinois, from Omaha, Nebraska. Come far and wide to come pay tribute to you today, to your accomplishments, to your teams. A lot of good things were mentioned tonight about everyone in this room, and I'd like to say thank you for your efforts. Thank you for always getting up and going to practice. The before school workouts that we did, the summertime workout you did back home, and I want to challenge you all to continue to do that. Football players need to keep up the weights over summertime. Soccer players keep doing your drills, working on your footwork, sorry. Raiders, I'll tell you, that is a sport when I first saw it, I think, oh, what are they really doing? After being around it more, my goodness, I couldn't do that, obviously. You all are tremendous athletes and be committed. At cross country, I don't know where to start with cross country, trying to run, what, 3.5 miles, you know what the race is? 3.1. I'm tired of walking here. So. Gotta start somewhere. All in all, it was a great fall season. I appreciate everyone's support, and especially the faculty who helped me get things off the ground and running on game days. Some of them are here now, so if you would please stand. Ms. Robley. Once again, thank you to Mike Hamilton and the stage staff for a wonderful meal, and for Mr. Quinn for coming and blessing the meal. Gentlemen, you have tests to study for, so this banquet's over at midnight. Please take the chairs back to your